Today we're going to install a Discord alternative on the ZimaBoard 2. Sharkord is an open source alternative to Discord that's so easy and lightweight to self-host. There's no fees, no registrations, and no user limits. Everything is available from the get-go, and it's all on your own hardware. So let me start by acknowledging that Sharkord is an alpha product. The code is completely open source and available on GitHub. There's definitely issues being raised, but also lots of work being put into it. From my own testing so far, I've definitely run into some quirks, but for the most part of it, it functions as you need it to. I expect this project could easily gain more traction and even become a more viable competitor to more well-known Discord alternatives. To get started, we'll first check out the installation guide at Sharkord GitHub. The setup is very simple. We just need to expose a TCP port for the web-based user interface. By default, this is 4991. But you can use any port number not already in use. In my case, I'll be using Nginx Proxy Manager to forward web requests to a domain name I have already set up. This will be sent to port 4991 from a different server. The 40,000 port will be used for WebRTC, TCP and UDP traffic for voice comms to work. We also need to specify a path on our device for our config data and some resources. And that's it. From ZimaOS, we can simply click to add a new manual app to open up the Docker container template. We'll refer to the Docker image location as specified in the guide. It will be using the latest setting so we can stay up to date with any new bug fixes. We'll name the container Sharkord, then we'll provide the port number 4991 for the web UI. I'll also add the ports 4991 TCP and 40,000 TCP and UDP. Then I'll add a volume path by navigating to the app data folder on the ZimaBoard 2. And using the container path specified in the guide. That's all the setup we need to do. Then just press install. For voice features to work, we will need to port forward 40,000 TCP and UDP to the IP address of your device from your router. You'll need to search how to do this for your specific device, so I won't be showing you that setup today. Once Sharkord is installed, we'll open it and be navigated to the login screen. Here, any user can add a username and password to create a new account. I'll first make an admin account as the first user so we can update any settings, including turning off this default login behavior if you want a more private server. Once the user is created, we need to update the role to admin. This can be done by checking the logs of the Docker container, as it will have a key that can be run to update your role. Don't share this key with anyone else. From the browser, press Ctrl-Shift-I to open the developer settings. Then you will need to enter the use token command and paste in your key. This will give you the admin role and you will be able to update all the server settings and moderate users. I'll also update my username that is displayed to other users. Take note that everyone will default their username to Sharkord user, which hides the ID that used to create this server account. At the moment, there are no restrictions to what you can use to create the server account. The next thing you will want to do is set up external access to the server. Sharkord will not work with HTTP, so we will need to enable HTTPS. In my setup, I'm using a proxy manager, so I will forward any traffic from my chat domain name to my Sharkord port 4991. I'll also enable WebSocket support in case Sharkord requires it. Then I'll force HTTPS usage and add a new SSL certificate. Then we can navigate to the external URL to make sure it's all working. As you can see, we are using HTTPS, and if I go to the device settings now, I can use my microphone and audio. In the Sharkord settings, you can give a new server name and description, add a logo, and turn off new users by default. There's also plugin support, but I haven't tested it yet. You can also create unique roles and give various permissions, completely customizable to what you need. There's support for custom emojis if that's something you're into. You can define storage limits and usage, and even use a quota. You can also view your list of users and remove or ban them if necessary. There's an invite feature, so you can send unique invites with predefined roles and time limits. Updates are managed from the Docker images, so in this case we would be able to update the app from the Docker container within ZimaOS. Plugins appear to be downloadable and need to be uploaded to your Sharkord config folder somewhere. I haven't properly checked this out yet though. Now we'll add a new text channel and voice channel, very much like Discord. I believe there's currently no limit on how many you can make, so you can customize completely to your server's needs. I'll add a quick message and upload a photo. Keep in mind that anything uploaded to the server will be located in the config path we defined earlier, mapped to your hardware. This is not encrypted, so anything your users post will be visible when accessing the data folders. As a side note, while we're checking out the config files, it seems that you could also customize how your server looks through updating the CSS and HTML files, which I'm sure some of you would appreciate. Finally, I'll quickly make a new user for my phone and test out the audio to make sure it works. This is a test from another device. Now while it does work, it doesn't sound perfect. I'm not sure if this is a configuration issue on my side, or it could just be my device as well. But as you can see, screen share is working from a desktop browser, and I can use text chat in the voice channel as well. So that's all I have for this Sharkord setup video. I hope you can use this to help set up your own Sharkord server, and let us know what you think of it while it's still in alpha. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.